And then lastly is our 3 universal goals. And that is where our focus is this year. It centers on our 3 universal goals. And it aligns with this. What does that say at the very top? Protect the brand. Protect the brand. Now, those of you who have known anything about this district, years, whether you've been here for years or you're new, that logo, that flame meant or means something to everybody. And public education, I've shared this at New to 2, and I know everyone doesn't agree with this statement. It makes my communication team a little nervous sometimes, but I have to say it because it's true. 1, public education is under attack. Public education teachers are under attack. Administrators are under attack. And everybody that's attacking public education is not from the outside. Some of them are inside the public education experience. 2, Richland School District 2, that brand, that logo is under attack. It has been tarnished as an attempt to tarnish it, to say it is not what it used to be because of some of the things that we focus on that doesn't necessarily align with past historical practices. But I would argue that this brand is, as this flame shines, as bright as it's ever shined. And one of the ways we're going to demonstrate that in protecting this brand is to concentrate and focus on our culture and our environment. To concentrate and focus on achievement and talent. So I rearranged these and put them in order of ACT because I wanted you to see the first 3 letters of these phrases, which is ACT, which means what stands for or reads what? To act. It's going to take action in order for us to achieve this. It's going to take action. No words. It takes action. What I've said this at commencement exercises before, and I'll share with you all again. The world stage, if you do not know this, the world stage is full of actors. People pretending to be something that they're not. It's full of it. Full of actors. What we have little of is people of action who actually put the work in to get it done. We don't need any more actors. We don't need any more people being pretentious about the roles and responsibilities that they have and displaying things and saying things and not following. We need people of action. So we're going to concentrate on these 3 things. The first is going to be achievement. And when we focus on achievement, schools and departments are going to set achievement goals, nothing new. But I want you all individually to set your own achievement goals. Every year before school starts, I have my students, my children, my personal children write down goals that they're going to accomplish, and we talk about those goals. I need all of us to be achievement-oriented and write down goals that we want to accomplish. They can be personal goals about your health and well-being, but they should also be aligned to the work that you do that does 3 things: create, sustain, and invest in the culture and environment of excellence. What's going to be your personal achievement goal? And I want you to think about that goal, and I want you to model that goal. Don't be afraid to share that goal, whether it's with your colleagues in departmental meetings or team leading, grade level meetings, at your faculty meetings, or even with your students. Because I'm hoping that you're going to ask them to also set a personal goal. And that we all know what one another's goals will be. The second thing we're going to concentrate on is culture and environment. And this is really the meat and potatoes of protecting our brand. This is something I'm personally going to spend a lot of time focusing on this year in my responsibilities. It's the culture and environment of our school district. And how am I going to assess that? So I'm telling you up front how I'm going to assess culture and environment, how we're doing. And you'll see some surveys come out. I'll walk into your classrooms, and I may ask you some questions around these 5 pairs of things. 1, to feel safe and secure. I'm going to ask students the same thing. I'm not talking about just physical safety either. I'm not talking about just the doors locking. That's important, that's really important to us. But I'm also talking about mental well-being. And did you have the space, most importantly, to be authentically yourself? Are you safe in who you are while you're at work? Secondly, I want to talk about and ask and assess, is this affirming and inclusive environment for you? Are we affirming who you are, the work that you do, who you are as an individual? Are you receiving affirmation? And are you being included? Do you feel included? Is this an environment that's inclusive for you? I'm going to ask students that. I'm going to ask teachers that. I'm going to ask staff that. Classified and certified. Clerical and support. Is this an inclusive environment for you? And then third, is it respectful and professional? And I may ask you questions to tell me as I'm asking you about these, maybe, and then I also ask the second question, how have you done these things this week? Give me an example of where you were affirming and inclusive for someone, or you demonstrated affirmation, or you showed respect and you were professional. Give me an example of that. Not only what you experienced, but what are others experiencing from their interactions with you? Is it supportive and appreciative? Is this a supportive and appreciative environment for you? Are you feeling supported and are you feeling appreciative? You may have come with a great idea, project, and felt like you met roadblocks all along the way as you were trying to work with students, and you may not feel supported in that effort. You may tell me about it. Or you may say, you know what, I came up with a great, innovative idea and approach to doing something. I took it to my team leader. I took it to my principal. My students brought something to me. They wanted to try something different, and I was supportive of that. Are we being supportive and appreciative? And lastly, are you connected and informed? How are you being connected to one another? How are we connecting to you? And are we doing a good job of keeping you informed? That you know that you're not finding out things at the last minute. You're given time and opportunity to prep. We're informing you of the decisions that are being made. And I realize that there will be some decisions made that everybody doesn't agree with. But that's the difference. That's not information. That's not being informed. I want to make sure that you at least know the reasons and the decisions behind the decisions that are made, particularly the really important ones. So that's culture and environment. That's going to be our focus. This connects us to our achievement, and it connects us to our third focus, which is talent. So our number one recruitment strategy in the district is retention. That's our number one recruitment strategy, is to retain the talent that we have. So we have to focus on our culture and environment. We have to focus on being achievement-oriented if we want to retain top talent like yourselves. We have to focus on retention, and so our goal is 95% retention rate. It's a lofty goal. I think the only time we've ever had a couple years ago was 91%. That was at the end of COVID. It was 91%. Prior to that, it's always been in the mid-80s, 85, 86% retention. And someone say, hey, that's pretty good. But it could be much better. So I will retain people. I, for one, have shared that, yes, every recruitment strategy that we come up with, some other district comes up with it. Every recruitment strategy another district comes up with, we use. So recruitment, and there's no innovation in it. There's nothing that you can do that someone else is not going to do. 2 years ago, before the state decided to mandate starting teacher pay to be $40,000, we raised teacher pay from $37,000 to $41,000 before the state gave assistance to that. Now, had I known the state was going to give assistance to that, maybe we would have waited 2 years. But we didn't do that. But as soon as we raised our starting teacher pay from $37,000 to $41,000, everybody in the Midlands started raising the teacher pay to try to come within $1,000 or $1,500 of where we were. If we give a bonus, somebody else gives a bonus. People aren't going back and forth between districts for $1,500. Most people. They stay because of how you treat them and how they feel. And do they believe in you as the leaders of the school district? And do we believe in one another? Is it a good working environment? That's what people stay for. Because when you divide $1,500 up over 24 checks, you're not seeing a whole lot of money. But you can't put a value on feeling safe and secure, feeling included, feeling affirmed and appreciated. That's an invaluable tool, and we have control over that. And so that's what we're going to focus on. Doesn't mean I need to be careful, because one of the things I learned about as superintendent is if you don't say something, that means it's not going to happen. So I'm not saying we're not working on those other things as well and focusing on teacher pay and bonuses and all those other things. I'm not saying that. I am saying our focus is going to be on creating a culture and environment that you want to stay and be a part of always. That's where our focus is going to be on. That's our number one goal, our number one strategies this school year is to protect this brand, to be the best versions of ourselves, to be the best version Richland School District can possibly be. And we're going to continuously strive to be premier. And with the help of all of you who are listening to me today and those who will be listening at a later time, I know this is possible. I know we're capable of doing this. And I can't wait to get this school year started and be out supporting you all. So I will be seeing you all in your schools, in your departments, in your divisions, asking you these questions and helping you as you provide our students with the premier educational experience that they deserve. Thank y'all so much.